You ever get the feeling the universe just wants to see how much you can take before you snap? Yeah, that was me standing there in my own driveway, keys in hand, thinking it was just another ordinary day when the HOA president decided to go full SWAT team on me. And the kicker, she called the cops on me for trying to unlock the front door of the house I'd bought 3 weeks earlier. My 7-year-old son Jasper clutching my arm so tight his little knuckles were white. 2 black SUVs flanking this lady like some sort of low-rent Secret Service, and there are red and blue lights already slicing through the dusk behind her. If you told me a month ago I'd be the villain in my own neighborhood, I would have laughed. But here we were. Let me back up. That afternoon, life was perfect, or close enough. I was driving my ancient Honda Civic windows down through the entrance of Pine Rest Meadows. That's the neighborhood I used to dream about, old oak trees arching overhead, the golden sunlight flickering through that smell of fresh-cut grass, and some guy wrestling his lawnmower 2 doors down. Even the birds were in on it, some mockingbird letting everyone know who's boss from high up in the branches. In the back seat, Jasper was busy coloring his new room. "Dad, can I paint it blue?" he asked. "Any color you want, buddy," I told him. And for the first time in a long time, my chest felt lighter. I'd worked 8 years for this, every freelance gig, every documentary weekend, every dollar saved, all for 47 Maple Drive, our shot at normal. But turning onto Maple Drive, it felt like something out of a bad dream. A steel barricade stretched across my own driveway, 2 SUVs parked at angles like they were expecting trouble. There's a guy in a gray suit, arms folded straight out of Central Casting for Guy Who Says No. I rolled down the window as polite as I could manage. "Excuse me, I'm the owner of 47. He just stared. "Mr. Callahan." "Yeah, that's me." "Wait here," he said. That was my first warning. Then she stepped out, Margot Sinclair, president of the Homeowners Association, the kind of woman who could probably freeze water just by looking at it. Early 50s cream blazer hair pulled back so tight it looked painful. "Welcome to Pine Rest Meadows," she said, voice all syrupy and cold. "We don't dispute your ownership," she tells me, "but ownership doesn't exempt you from community standards. You've violated multiple regulations," which you know is news to me since I'd barely set foot in the house. She pulls out this giant stack of emergency resolutions. No signatures. Just a bunch of legalese about violations and disturbances I supposedly caused. Total nonsense. I ask for a hearing. She smiles like a shark. "I am the board, Mr. Callahan. 6 years running the place, and if she says you're not welcome, you're not welcome." My son's in the back seat, silent, watching all of this. My heart's pounding, but I'm not leaving. "This is my house," I say. "Margot's already calling the police." "Calm as you like." "Yes, this is Margot Sinclair, president of Pine Rest Meadows HOA. She's giving them my name, my plate, everything, talking like I'm a threat. She hangs up. "If you're still here when they arrive, you'll be charged with trespassing." And then the cops show. 2 officers, Brent, an older guy who looks like he's seen every kind of trouble, and Quinn, younger, sharp eyes. Nobody's fool. "We got a call about a trespassing issue," Brennan says. Margot jumps in, explains her version. I show Brennan my deed. He looks it over, nods. "This looks legitimate," he says. Margot isn't backing down, pushes her stack of papers at him. He flips through, then looks at me. "This is a civil dispute. I can't enforce HOA rules." Relief for a second. But Margot tries again, wants me gone. Brennan just shakes his head. "He owns the house. The deed's valid. If there's a dispute, you'll need to take it to court." He turns to me, tells me to get a lawyer, file a complaint, work it through the system, document everything. He whispers real quiet when Margot's not listening. "And get a good lawyer. Don't try to handle it yourself." Then he and Quinn drive off. Margot's still there. "You're not getting into this house tonight or any night," she says. "Enjoy your hotel stay." I took Jasper, drove to the nearest motel. 1 queen bed, flickering neon sign. The room smelled like wet carpet and old hopes. "Why can't we go home?" Jasper asks, little voice cracking. I tried to sound brave. "Some people are being unfair right now, but I'll find a way." He falls asleep, hugging his backpack. I lie there angry and powerless, staring at the ceiling, promising myself I'll fix this. Then at 2:00 a.m. my phone buzzes, unknown number. Check the Pinehurst HOA page. There's a post already 4 hours old. Due to severe violations of community standards, residency access has been suspended for a new homeowner. The HOA takes community safety seriously. 200 comments, none of them kind. Good. We don't need people like that here. Not a single person questioned it. The next night I sneak back to the house. My camera bag flashlight, just in case. I find illegal surveillance cameras inside, not mine. I find a forged page added to my purchase contract with a fake signature. Suddenly SUVs pull up. Rowan Margot's right-hand guy comes in with 2 security guards accusing me of trespassing. I snap photos of everything, tell them about the illegal cameras, and walk out with the proof. Next stop, public library. I dig into the HOA records, see Margot's been president since 2019. No election, just slid into the seat. I find complaints families forced out in the same exact way. I track down Mrs. Aldridge, a woman who lost her home to Margot's games. She gives me a folder with receipts, $50,000 from Pinnacle Properties to the HOA. Margot clears out houses, they buy them cheap, flip them, and everyone profits but us, she says. That's when things shift. My phone buzzes. If you want the truth about Margot, meet me at Central Park. Bench 7. 6 tonight. Yeah, sketchy as hell. But what choice did I have? I go. The man who meets me is Nolan, assistant HOA secretary, scared out of his mind but ready to blow the whistle. He gives me a USB with everything. Emails, wire transfers, records, forgeries, even recordings. She's been working with Pinnacle for years, he says. You're the 4th family. I bring it all to Bennett Ashford, a civil rights lawyer with a backbone. He lines up experts, a forensic accountant to trace the money, an HOA law scholar to confirm Margot's violations, a document examiner to prove the forgeries. Margot hits back, countersuing, trashing my name in the press, but Bennett tells me to hold tight, don't engage, don't lose control. Then the day comes, court, Judge Monroe presiding. The evidence is overwhelming. Bennett walks through everything illegal, kickbacks, forged contracts, no proper votes, homeowners targeted and forced out. Nolan testifies, his voice shaking. Margot tries to stall, but the judges had enough. I'm granting the injunction, she says. All HOA actions are stopped, your access restored, and this is going to the DA for criminal investigation. 2 weeks later, criminal charges drop. Margot takes a plea, 3 years in prison, $500,000 in fines, 2,000 hours of service. Rowan, her right hand, gets probation. The whole HOA is dissolved. New board, new rules, real transparency. My house is repaired, paid for by the settlement. I come home to neighbors on my lawn, not with pitchforks, but with flowers and banners. Some apologize. Most just look relieved it's over. Jasper runs through the front door. Dad, it's blue. The room he dreamed about, painted just for him. I walk through the house, every corner echoing with what we survived. There's a new oak tree in the yard, a note from the neighbors for new beginnings. Nolan stops by, hands me his resignation letter and a new card. He's working for a housing rights nonprofit now, trying to make things right. That evening, Bennett calls. You changed things, EMTT, he says. Other HOAs are under investigation now. You started something bigger than yourself. I sit with Jasper on the porch watching the sunset, his latest drawing in his hands, our house blue door, 2 stick figures, a big sun in the corner. Did we win? He asks. Yeah, I say. But it's not about beating anyone. It's about getting back what's yours, about standing up when you have to. So what do you think is justice? Something you fight for, or something you just hope shows up when you need it? Drop your story in the comments. Share your thoughts on right, wrong, and what you'd do if it happened to you. Because let me tell you, when the world pushes, sometimes you have to push back. And sometimes, just sometimes, you win.